Of all the SimMod applications, creative expression is the most free form and can be the most fun for both participants and observers. This is because there is no attempt to focus on exploring a specific idea, such as one's own personal motivations, or attempting to understand a complex issue such as climate change. Instead, symbolic modeling is being used simply to express and share one's creativity. Although it is not as focused on achieving specific results as other SimMod applications are, creative expression still depends heavily on interacting with others in some way. We have separated creative expression into two subcategories based on the participant's source of inspiration: theatrical applications and shared creative expression. With theatrical applications, the individual draws their inspiration from a character within a predetermined novel or play. They then build a SimMod beforehand which represents some aspect of their chosen character, and they elaborate on what they have created during a public performance. We have done this type of interaction before in our program Shakespeare's Monologues, formerly known as Shakespeare's Women, in which participants choose a character soliloquy from one of Shakespeare's plays, build a SimMod that illustrates some aspect of the chosen character, then present and discuss the soliloquy. Some of this interaction can be seen in this clip.
Welcome, everyone. We decided to focus on the women in Shakespeare's plays and have people choose parts that they would like to do the monologues for, and then make a piece of art that goes along with their character, and then engage the audience in a discussion of what the relationship is between the archetype of that character and people who exist in modern times who have some of that character's characteristics. So that's where you will come in.
I will read Kate's soliloquy from The Taming of the Shrew. The banner is my idea of Kate's heraldic device, a before-after picture. Before, she was a dragon. A dragon tamed does not become a mouse. 2 daughters fair. The elder was a shrew. Her father would not let the younger go until he found a husband for his Kate. This pass was solved by bold Petruchio. Before he would return to Padua, to please him, she would call the sun the moon. In Padua, his friends could not believe that he had tamed the bitter shrew so soon, and all were sore amazed at what she said. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. And while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee. Now you have heard the tale that we relate. Tell me, what think you of the change in Kate?
We're going to be talking about Kate as an archetype for women who exist in modern times. Take each voice, the voice of the dragon Kate and the transformation side.
This Petruchio, he is the only one that has ever wanted to marry me, and he's marrying me for my wealth. I am going to make it hard on him. He thinks he can tame me. But no, no one has, no one will.
Now, when she goes through this transformation, what is this voice like?
Well, I was very angry all during that trip, and when we got married, but we've had 3 weeks since then before that bet came up, and now I've got to say I love him and admire him. He's tough, and he gets what he wants. We're very much alike, actually.
So audience, your job is to think about models possibly of women who've been extremely independent and then have wanted nothing to do with male figures in their lives and then did a switch. Gloria Steinem was a very radical, a feminist who stayed single most of her life until she didn't. She fell in love with someone and she wanted then to be with this guy. So, I mean, that's one aspect of it. These characters are archetypal. They can be found in every century. They're like templates for different ways of being.
We have also worked with Bejoy of the Avilion Cameo Theater, or ACT, to demonstrate other theatrical applications during the Virtual World's Best Practices in Education conference in 2017. Under Marley's direction, members of Bejoy's group showed how SimMods can be used to convey feeling states of characters within a play of their own creation. Afterwards, the players enacted a brief scene from Romeo and Juliet, also using SimMods as characters, and discussed the purpose of each SimMod. We also did a video showing how pre-programmed objects can be used to tell a story. We created a short original fairy tale as the story, and then programmed simple objects to perform the actions of the characters. Although it can be argued that the objects used for this demonstration are actually literal representations and not true SimMods, anyone with some experience in Second Life could use this technique to create their own story and then create symbolic models, which they have programmed to perform certain actions. With shared creative expression, one person responds to the creativity of another. We offer a couple different types of programs which use this method. With collaborative sculpture and storytelling, 2 or more individuals work together to create a sculpture. One person starts by creating a basic object, then modifies it to a chosen size, shape, color, etc. After they have finished, the next person puts out and modifies their own object, close to the first one. This process continues until everyone has put out at least 2 of their own objects. Each object may be inspired by what has been placed before, or it may be random. Participants then get together and come up with a story based on the sculpture they have created, which they then present as a group.
Okay, so now we've got a character, but we don't know who the character is yet. And this is where the improvisation comes in. So I'd like you to put your heads together and just brainstorm, walk around the object, look at it from different angles and so on, and suggest a name for this character.
Well, I think it looks like a pumpkin.
Did we call him Peter then?
Peter Pumpkin?
Okay, so Peter Pumpkin actually has these 4 parts. And you need to imagine now that there's an integration of the parts, that every part is needed in order to create this character and this improvisation. So now we need to come up with a story. One of you can elect to actually become the object and speak as it and see what comes out.
I'm Peter Pumpkin. I'm standing around minding my own business here. And have this sense of impending doom.
Good deal.
Because I'm, after all, a pumpkin and pretty fragile.
Mm-hmm. What is it that you're afraid of most?
Large rocks.
Oh dear. Did you see a lot of them around right now?
There might be. I'm facing. I don't see anything in the direction I'm facing.
Okay.
But I don't have legs and I can't turn around.
But Badger, you see something like a rock. Is that right?
Okay. Hey, Peter. Hey, you better watch out. There's a big rock coming down that way. Ooh, you better move to the right. There you go. Hurry up.
I can't. I'm stuck. My legs are in the ground.
Oh, here. Let me push it away for you. There. Oh, there's another one. There's another one coming from the front. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Okay. I'll duck.
Hurry. Hey, I think it might be about Halloween time. You better watch out, Peter Pumpkin, because people might be coming after you for a jack-o'-lantern.
All right. Now, another possibility in this exercise is to become each piece in turn and see what it contributes to the story. But each part has a part to play in this story. So let's see if you can find a resolution to the original issue that Peter Pumpkin had, which was that there were rocks that were somehow coming toward him. There is a purple part that is supposed to give some kind of a base to this whole thing. and see how you can form basically what I'm calling a gestalt, that is either a resolution to this story or some way that these parts can be integrated or can enable each other to resolve the story.
Well, I'm looking out there and I'm seeing these rocks coming, and I have this really big stomach. And I reckon if I use my stomach well, it looks like a rock anyway. I can bounce the rocks off when they come toward me. And that way I won't get smashed and I won't be used for pumpkin pie. So, whoops, here comes another one. Whoops, I'll smash it away. Yeah, my stomach's doing really well. I think I'll be able to protect myself now from all these rocks that are coming.
Okay, great. Now, if you have another point of view, Lane, or some other way that you want to configure this.
The thought that was in my mind was simply that that as Peter now, I've discovered that my stomach is in fact a lot stronger than I thought it might be, and I really have no need to fear for my stomach. A little bit of self-discovery.
So you let me know when you feel that this little story and this character is resolved for now.
I think we might be there.
I think we're resolved, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We also offer a unique program called Improv, Artists and Musicians. What makes this program special is that artists and performers from different mediums, visual, audio, and spoken word, work together. A musician starts to play an improvisational piece, and an artist then starts to build based on what they hear. Meanwhile, members of the audience put their own poetic comments into chat as they are inspired by what they see and hear. This process is then reversed. The artist creates a spontaneous build, and the musician then improvises a piece based on what they see. The results of this can often be fascinating and breathtakingly beautiful. The images you are seeing now give you a sample of what to expect when you attend one of these programs. What possibilities could you imagine? You can start exploring them today. Please get in touch with Marley Molina or consider joining Octagon Creative Exploration for all notices of future events.